Good night, everybody. Welcome to Dixie Divers, guys. I hope you guys are going to have a good time. I want to just introduce you. My name is Pavan. I'm the owner of the store. And with tonight, we got a couple of speakers. We have him, well-known, the legend, Chief, okay? And we have another legend right here, Chad. Chad is well-known and worked for a long time in the West Coast. And we got Chiefy from the East Coast. So we're both gonna crash. Just kidding. We have a different opinions a little bit, but we're gonna work it together. So you guys gonna have a great time, guys.
All right, I'm Jim. Some of you I recognize from being on the boat. A lot of times we go out on Pavan's boat, the Lady Go Diver. It's this boat up here, and typically we go out on Thursdays, and it kind of breaks up the monotony for me. I have my own boat. I have a lot of friends that have boats, so I dive a lot, and I've been retired 6 years tomorrow. The Sun Sentinel wrote a few pieces about me and catching, usually my lobster stuff, I'll do that. And then, so this is the cover of the new book.
I remember, Catching the Bug.
Catching the Bug, there you go, huh? And by the way, they are for sale here in Dixie Divers, 1995, okay. And the author is available for autographing if you'd like. Okay. You read my book. Did you read my book?
I read it.
And what did you think?
It's great.
It was great. What did you like about it?
I learned quite a bit. There was a lot of tips in there that, you know, they're simple things, but unless you have that experience, you don't know. So that's what I got at.
And what I found was by dealing with folks out there on the boat, and you know, what does somebody really need to know? They need to know, you know, where to find the lobster. When they find the lobster, how to catch them, and then of course everybody wants to eat the lobster. So that was sort of the three main sections of the book. So if you haven't read it, it's a really good read. And even when I wrote the Catching the Bug book, it was funny. I really learned a lot from writing the book. The good news is on writing this book, Catching the Spirit, I've had the opportunity to talk to Dittmar Biller from the West Coast, who makes A.B. Biller. Daryl Wong from Hawaii, that makes specially custom Daryl Wong spear guns. Hammerhead, which is Kevin out in Hawaii. Rife, Julie Rife, I interviewed her and went on the tour of their Southern California plant. JBL, which is Guy Skinner, he owns that. Had a great interview with him. Pippin from Persistent down in Miami. Koa spear guns, a lot of specialty spear guns. So I've had that opportunity to talk to folks about their guns and then about their philosophy and way of spear fishing. Okay, so that's kind of the way we've got it going. Okay, but there is something spiritual, as I say, spiritual about spear fishing. There are some folks in some cultures that consider it very special to go out, enjoy, be one with nature, and have the opportunity to shoot a fish. And it's very different than let's just go out there and shoot some fish and kill things and stuff like that. It's a really nice philosophy, you know, and it's something that I've learned from dealing with these folks. You know, typically, you know, I won't shoot a 12 1/4 inch hogfish. I just don't do that, you know. And maybe that's just me, but you know, I've shot enough fish that it's just spear fishing is something that you want to do it. You know, it's like I don't know why. Why do you want to spear fish?
Dinner.
Yeah, get your own food.
Get your own food, dinner. Okay.
It's a good feeling that you bring it home and you share with people, and hey, this is what I did today.
Yeah. Yeah.
It never gets boring.
It,
You always see something.
you know what? You always see something.
Yeah.
Always. Good point. And it's challenging. There's a little bit of excitement. Yeah. Controlled excitement, right? Okay. I like that. I like that.
It's kind of like seeing a big buck out there, you know.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Hunting is hunting. You know, whether you're hunting and stalking a squirrel, or a deer, or a fish, there are similar traits that you can use. So now what we're going to do. This is a clinic. What I mean by that is I'm going to go through the stuff pretty quick. As far as you know, I'm kind of setting you up here to just sort of move you into it and get going. We're going to talk a fair amount about safety. Because you know after being a paramedic and a firefighter for 30 years, I've seen enough things in my life that I really don't want to see them anymore. So that's one of the things I'll emphasize. Probably, maybe too much. I guess there's not too much safety that you can talk about, but I think I've condensed it where we'll just hit on some points, just reminders. Oh, okay, that's good. And Chad's going to talk exclusively about the guns and the different weapons that are available, you know, and good and bad and that kind of thing. But this, by no means, is a spearfishing class. Okay, you need to go out and dive with somebody. And I talk about the ABCs, and this is just one of those kind of things where leading up to kind of the good stuff here. Your attitude. It's all about your positive attitude. You know, hey, I'm out here, I'm enjoying myself, I'm enjoying nature, I'm here because it's special. It's one of those things that I want to do, right? I want to be involved in it. It's a positive attitude, and you'll have a positive outcome. You want to, you know, everybody try to work together and positive attitude. So that's really good. Your behavior is really important. That's where we're kind of talking about ethics a little bit. About it's more than just the law. It's doing the right thing when no one's looking. Okay, you know, that's what ethics are. And it's tough on spearfishing. It's one of those kind of things where, you know, sometimes it's tempting to do a little bit more or much than you want. But and then control is your control. It's really good that you stay under control. Just like anything else, I learned very much that panic is not a good thing. When you're panicking, it doesn't help one bit. Okay? So you stay in control, think about what's going on, and then make a decision that you want to do. But spear guns are lethal weapons, so we're going to talk a little bit about them.